Hi everyone, my name is Cindy, and yes, I have just graduated from the Diploma of Criminology and Criminal Justice. I am an enthusiastic storyteller, and I do like to think of my life as a story, with each new with each new experience, writing a new chapter. And tonight I have the privilege of sharing a chapter with you, and that's the chapter called Griffith College. Now, as some of you will know, I do like to talk. Rest assured, I've Googled how long will this talk take, and we won't be here all night. So we hope. Okay, so to put this chapter into context, I'm going to start at the beginning, the very beginning. As a young girl, I was actually very well aware of crime and often found myself wondering why people do bad things. I am, after all, the daughter of a retired police detective. This curiosity sparked a genuine interest that would follow me into adulthood, not in a creepy way, but after reading many books, I learned that this curiosity had a name, and that was criminology. And I knew without a doubt at some point I was going to study criminology, and that is what I'm on the way to doing. I did, I'm not used to speaking from a speech. The chapter of me being a university student was not ready to be written until later on in my life. So, as mentioned, I am a mature age student, just over 20. It's not that old.
Happy 21st.
Yeah, thank you. So after being told by Griffith University I wouldn't be accepted based on not meeting the criteria, I was crushed. How could it be over before it started, was really what I was asking myself. This rejection, however, would turn out to play a really significant part in my story. It was the defining moment that would lead me to QIBT, now Griffith College. My first day of college rang true of my first day at school. What would the other students be like? What about the lecturers? Would they be nice? I don't know anything about these subjects. Should I know something? Is using a backpack still cool? If so, one strap or two. My clothes, my hair, you get the picture. They're all things I was wondering about. By the time I'd walked up that hill, some of you may know the hill I'm talking about, the one from the bus stop. Most of these thoughts had left my mind, along with the liter of sweat along the way. By that point, all I was worried about was having panda eyes with my mascara all down my face. You'll be pleased to know that the students were great, the lecturers were nice, and I was pretty sure they liked me. As for my backpack, clothes and hair, everyone had their own style, appeared comfortable in their own skin. Imagine that, a place you could be yourself, express yourself, and feed your mind. I was home. During my time here, I have had the privilege of being involved in many ways. A mentor, a pal, an ambassador, and as mentioned, also representing Griffith College at tertiary expos and also high schools, where I could really share my passion for the college and especially how it's changed my life. An opportunity to talk to not only the students but their parents was amazing. To be able to talk to parents about the students having an option outside of high school if they didn't get the OP that they wanted, or if they didn't go for an OP at all. For me, they were goosebump moments because they were the moments when parents looked in my face and just honestly could not believe that their children could have a pathway to university if they didn't get what they needed to. So I think with the concern for what their teenagers would do, you could see that pressure being alleviated. And I actually felt like I was changing lives, being able to talk to these people about the opportunity and talk to them about the way it had, of course, changed mine. I had a little goosebump moment this year. I spoke to a young girl at the Tertiary Expo last year. She had a very interesting story, short story, To keep it short, I ran into her recently and she's now attending Griffith College, so that was a very exciting moment for me. Since embarking on my journey, I have formed the most amazing connections. Friendships that will last a lifetime. In fact, two of my closest friends that I made here will actually be my bridesmaids when I get married later this year. And
couldn't resist on that one, sorry.
to know people for such a short amount of time, but form such amazing friendships has been, I don't have the words. I've met lecturers who are not only experts, but they have very interesting stories. I could pick their brains for hours if given the chance. And then there are the staff, the ones that make it all happen, and the ones I think may have adopted me as their own as I've adopted them. Some of the most significant events in my life have happened at Griffith College. Losing my mum was one of those. Now, I don't tell you this to make you sad or to make me sad. I tell you because the connections that I made here at college would have a significant impact on my healing. And the relationships that I formed were my connection to the world they were very real, when my world at that time was very surreal. I was supported in a way that words can never express, through my friendships, but also through the college. And although Mum can't see me graduate tonight, I do know that she would be proud. Actually, if she was here, she would probably talk more than me. I didn't know it at the time, but I now realise I was not ready for Griffith University. It was important for me to be in a smaller, nurturing environment where I could be seen and heard, a place where I could learn how to be a student, and a place that I could thrive. To those outside, they may just see a building. To me, I see a community, my community. Thank you for the opportunity to share my story.